and welcome to our first ever podcast on everything in between. First episode is going to be about conspiracy theories. So, guys, do you want to tell the public why we've decided to do a podcast together?
Because we're bored in quarantine.
Yeah,
that's basically it. We're bored.
True.
And you guys messaged me the other night saying you're doing a podcast, and I said, "Okay, I'll do it."
This is your second one, isn't it? Just so
It's my second one.
There you go.
I ventured a couple of years ago into a podcast. It was good fun. I really enjoyed it. So when you said you wanted to do one, I was like,
Let's go again.
yeah, may as well do it again.
Okay. Right, before we dive into it, let's just say who we are, because we're just kind of doing it. So people don't know us if they're watching. Right.
True.
So, I'm Tiago.
I'm Callum.
I'm Jack.
All right, cool. Right, so let's go straight into conspiracy theories, because that's why people press the video. Right, who wants to start with theirs?
All right, Tiago, you start with yours then.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, let's go. Right, so I did what people might consider the basic theory, but the 9/11 conspiracy theories. Obviously, I believe it was an inside job, but we'll not get too deep into that yet. I'm going to start with the basic. Do you guys think that there was bombs in the Twin Towers?
I don't know.
See, I personally think there was, for one reason. The way the towers fell.
Yeah, they fell straight down, didn't they?
Yeah, and I've been watching, what's his name? Who was the guy you guys told me to watch?
Shane Dawson.
Shane Dawson, yeah.
And I was watching one of his conspiracy theories about the Twin Towers, and he said, and in recordings, everybody was saying they could hear bombs going off, and in some videos you can actually hear bombs.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah.
So, what are your guys' opinions? Just not sure.
Well, I seen a couple of years ago, because I've been studying 9/11 for like 15 years or something like that. Maybe a bit, not as long as 15 years, but
Yeah.
when I was first getting involved in it, I seen one that was it was the janitor of one of the towers, and on that morning he was cleaning, and he could hear little explosions going off, right? And so that was the first time I'd ever heard of anything about bombs inside the tower. Like maybe someone planted them beforehand, or obviously. But
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's why I believe it was an inside job, because how can just a random person come in and plant bombs? Do you know what I mean?
well, that guy went to stand for the 9/11 Commission report, which is everyone who survived had to tell their side of the story, and it was made into a big book, right?
Okay.
So his story was the only one that didn't get put into the 9/11 Commission report.
Really?
Yeah, so that's why that made me think. It's like, okay, so everyone is in it. There's thousands of people in that, basically. Firefighters, police, people who survived, all the government officials or whatever. But he's the only one who's not involved in it.
Yeah.
Like, how does that work? Because he took the
something strange
stand.
going on. Exactly.
That is strange to me.
It's just there's so many theories about why it could be an inside job, so they could go to war with the countries. It's just so many theories, it was for Bush to win again. It was just, and it's just so many reasons why I believe it, honestly. But
Well,
yeah.
the main thing. Sorry, Callum, go on. You go.
So I'm I said I'm not sure, but I am definitely leaning more towards the side of it was an inside job. I feel like there's more evidence to back that up.
Exactly.
Than there is for it being an actual attack.
Go on, Jack. You were going to say something.
I forgot my train of thought. Hang on. Actually forgotten what I was going to say. But actually, yeah, that was it. The main reason everyone reckons it was an inside job is because they wanted to go to war with Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Wanted to go into a war with Iraq, right? That was the main reason. And the only way they could do that was if they staged the attack to go into that war.
Yeah.
But obviously, there's two sides of the coin. Most people just think it was terrorists who decided on that day to do that act.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've been studying it. As I say, I've been studying it since I was about 12. And the more stuff you read about it, and if you watch documentaries like Loose Change. Loose Change did a 3 to 4 part documentary series, and it goes step by step. Everything from when the towers were first built, all the way up to when they decided to go down.
Yeah, there's something definitely. It's not exactly as how the media or whatever is just painting it to be, because there was more motives for what just happened. It wasn't just an attack from terrorists and that's over, in my opinion.
Did you see the Tower 7 video? Do you remember
No,
Tower
I've not seen that one, no.
No.
You know there was 3 buildings that went down that day, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the Tower 7 video of the girl who's doing the news report is behind Tower 7, and you can see it, and they say Tower 7 has gone down, but it hadn't yet, and they're reporting on it, but you can see how Tower 7 is still standing, right? And then all of a sudden, someone off camera tells her to go that way. So, and as she goes that way, the tower crumbles down. The small Tower 7 crumbles down.
Right.
Jesus.
So it's just stuff like that. I mean, you can find that on YouTube now. I mean, they haven't taken it down or anything.
There's so many interesting videos about it on YouTube, to be fair.
Yeah, there is. What YouTube videos did you watch for it?
I watched quite a few. The main one that I was starting to watch was, because you told me to watch the Shane Dawson so I could get a few ideas for the video, so I put that one on. And then I just went on loads of random people. I don't memorize the names, but I just watched loads of theories about it. And carrying on with the theories, the creepiest one I watched was also in the Shane Dawson video, but it makes a bit of sense. I'm not saying I believe it, but it's just amazing the way he pictured it. He said, what if there was no planes at all involved and it was just bombs? And
how would that work?
I'm going to back that up now. He's shown immense clips on the news,
Yeah.
of when the plane is about to hit the tower, on the news, there's always a black scene. The screen just goes black, and then you can't see it, and then they're already in. But if people think I'm crazy, we'll put the link down below about the Shane. I'll send you the Shane Dawson video, and you'll see what I'm on about, and it's crazy. And in one of the clips, sorry, not one, a few, there's like one of the wings missing before it actually hits the tower. That is a crazy theory. I'm not saying I believe it. I'm just saying it's a crazy theory. And when you watch it, you're just there like, could this actually be true?
So are you saying when so you're saying on the TV feed when the towers went in, because there's been a couple TV feeds, right, of the first tower. So is that what you're saying?
No, because you'll make more sense when you see the Shane Dawson video I'm on about. When it's about to hit,
yeah,
loads of news, like when they were reporting it live, the screen just went black.
Weird.
That's what I mean. Okay. That's creepy. I'm not obviously. I believe more that the planes did hit the towers. I'm just saying it's a crazy theory. But when you watch it, you're just there like, maybe you don't know in this crazy world.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly. But at the end of the day, it was probably planes as we know. But as we're talking about theories, you did see the plane go in. Yeah. No, that's what I mean.
It was planes, of course it was. Yeah.
There's many clips, obviously, and then there's many conspiracy theories that people go on about.
And some people reckon it was missiles as well. Like as soon as the plane's about there, the missiles come in. But the plane still hit. So even if it was missiles, then there was missiles and the plane that went in too. And it was still the same.
You guys heard any other theories about 9/11?
There was the Pentagon bit, wasn't there, where they said the attack failed, but there was no footage of it. But in pictures, you can see like loads of fucking cameras around the building. So at least one of them would have had to get footage.
Yeah, and you're telling me the only footage of that was the grainy little photo.
Yeah.
Stop photos or stop frame or still frame or whatever they call it. You're telling me that's the only one you could find of that. It doesn't even look like a plane went in, first of all. Looks like a missile is what it looks like. And then you're telling me that on that day, the Pentagon is basically almost ground level, right? Let's just say it's not very tall, it's not very high. No. It's just a Pentagon building, right?
Yeah.
You're telling me that plane has had to come down all the way, almost hit traffic along the way, and then it goes in. Like, I don't know how that's going to work. Because that doesn't make any sense.
That's weird.
It's just, none of this, that day, a lot of stuff just doesn't make sense, does it?
No.
No, it doesn't. It makes no sense to me.
We'll probably never officially know 100% everything.
No, I don't think.
No.
I don't think anything else is going to come out about it. I mean, there's heaps of documentaries. Like, there's a documentary called The New Pearl Harbor, which, if anyone wants a extensive history on anything to do with 9/11, I've got The New Pearl Harbor or the Loose Change series. You should all watch them at some point because they're the best ones to really sink your teeth into, I reckon.
Yeah, I find 9/11 is one of the most interesting topics I find to like see stuff about.
Yeah, it's also probably the biggest.
Yeah,
biggest
one.
100%. But that, the Illuminati, and Area 51.
Exactly. Yeah,
they're probably the three big ones, and then you've got the small little ones like in between, because everything's a conspiracy now, isn't it? Really, in a way.
Yeah.
Like, some people think this virus we're in is fake.
Yeah. There's
Do you know
got
what I
to
mean?
be stuff about that, though, to be fair.
Yeah, there is.
But
We'll get into that at a different time.
we will.
But there's so much stuff on that. So much stuff on everything these days. But we'll never know the true story of 9/11. And we could do a whole podcast on just
talking about theories.
Just talking about 9/11 and talking about the little steps to take, little steps that have happened and leading up and what happened afterwards as well, stuff like that. But
who knows, maybe one podcast it'll be entirely about 9/11.
Yeah, you could go all day on it for sure.
Yeah. But obviously, today we've all got different topics, so we won't go all about 9/11 today. Should we move on to another one?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go.
Do you want to do yours, Jack?
You do yours because I've already spoken too much.
Right, well, mine isn't really a conspiracy theory, but it's still quite good. So have either of you heard of the Mandela effect?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is, though?
Yeah, I know what it is, but I like some of the stuff that you're going to say is probably going to mind fuck me.
Yeah, it's like people basically think that there are two dimensions crossing into one. So, right, here's another one. How do you spell Febreze?
Febreze. Go on, Jack. I'll let you have this one.
Febreze. Oh. You know the like cleaning.
FABREEZE, isn't it?
No, there's no double E. It's spelled with one E for some reason.
What?
But everyone thinks it's spelled FEBREEZE, but there's only one. There's not a double E.
Mad.
That's crazy.
There's, you've got the popular ones, like the Star Wars scene. Everyone thinks it's Luke, I'm your father, but that's not it. Like, even the voice actor remembers it as Luke, I am your father.
Yeah, what's the original line?
Isn't it just I am your father?
It's no, I am your father.
Oh.
Yeah.
To be honest, I didn't know that one for one reason. I've never watched Star Wars, so that one didn't really brain fuck me, but yeah, I get that loads of people.
There's also,
bad about that.
Blue Ribbon. It's actually Blue Riband, but everyone remembers it as being Ribbon.
Yeah. Yeah, have you seen the Monopoly guy one?
Yeah, I saw something about that. The eyepiece, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, where he doesn't actually have an eyepiece. It's just weird. Like,
crazy.
There's so much that you can go into with that, and obviously it all started with Nelson Mandela. Everyone thought he died years ago, but his death wasn't. Yeah, his death wasn't even that long ago, really.
Yeah. Wasn't there a newspaper report in South Africa saying Nelson Mandela died in jail in like '94 or something?
Exactly.
Something like that, yeah. But he died years later. It turns out that's kind of where it all started.
He died in South Africa in 2011.
Yeah, and that's kind of the biggest one. Which is obviously why it's named Mandela effect.
Loads of people were like, yeah, he sacrificed everything. I was like, because I've watched like loads of Nelson Mandela documentaries or whatever, yeah, and I was like a bit shocked. I was like, why is this the general opinion that he died in prison? But
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense either. Because he came out and everyone was like, "Oh, Nelson Mandela's free."
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it is weird though. We might know, but like the thing is though, the amount of people that actually thought that he died in prison is unreal.
Yeah, and no one mentioned
Yeah.
it when he got out either. I don't think everyone was just like, "Oh, cool, he's out." You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah. It was like he served his
Yeah,
time. Now it's time
Yeah,
for him
everyone
to
hears
isn't it?
about it, and then he gets out, and they're like, "Oh, he's alive." Okay,
Crazy.
cool.
Yeah, that kind of got people thinking maybe there are two parallel dimensions that occasionally cross over with one another.
Oh, see now.
So that in one dimension he did die in '94 or wherever it was. In one dimension, Fabrice is spelled with two E's. Shit like that. It's weird.
The one that always got me was the movie Sinbad. Was it? Have you ever heard of that?
No.
The movie?
What?
Movie called. Was it Sinbad? I can't remember who was in it. It was either the comedian Sinbad, and he played a
Oh
genie.
shit! Yes, yes, yes. I know what you're on
Yeah.
about.
He
No,
played
I've not seen
Shazam,
it.
wasn't it?
Pardon?
It was the movie was Shazam, wasn't it? Or Kazam?
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah, yeah. And he was never in the movie.
Yeah, yeah. I saw that actually. On
Really?
I saw that on the St. Dawson thing, mate.
Yeah,
Really?
because I also remember watching it as a kid.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I was like, did that movie not happen? And then the actor came out and even said, I've never done a movie like that. But he's in the promotional stuff for it. There's a picture, there's a poster of it and everything.
Who was the actor in the original one, the prop one?
Sinbad, I think. It's a comedian called Sinbad.
Was Sinbad the actual one that was in it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Someone correct me if I'm wrong anyway.
No, it is Sinbad because that's the guy that was in that. Have you seen Jingle All the Way?
Of course I've seen Jingle.
Yeah.
All the Way.
That's Sinbad, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it is.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's how I know Sinbad. I'm too young to know his other movies.
You're too young to know Jingle All the Way too, but you know.
I love Jingle All the Way. It's like my top 5 Christmas movies, mate.
It's the best.
It's amazing.
It's the best. I knew we should have started with movies.
To be fair, that's going to be an interesting podcast because we all did media, so we're all clearly into movies a little bit.
Yeah,
well, you fucking hope so.
Exactly. So we'll have a lot to talk about movies, but that'll be also another podcast. Anyway, have you got more things about? Have you got like more things like that?
Let's see.
I'm trying to think if I remember any.
The only other one I've got here is the Maltesers one I told you earlier, where you know it's not spelled with an A. Let me try and find another really quick.
Let me see some as well.
Right. How do you spell Skechers?
Sketches.
You know the trainer brand Skechers.
Yeah.
How do you...
SKET. Hang on. I can't even spell now. SKETCHER.
There's no T in it.
Jesus. I don't even know what this brand is, I'm trying to find out on
Have you not heard of Skechers?
No.
Trainer.
Yeah, it's. I'm not sure who it's meant to be aimed at.
Literally searching it now, and I don't know what.
But that brings the question: do you guys believe in parallel universes?
Yeah.
You do?
Yes, but I don't. It's one of those. I don't.
I like to think. I think it's fun to think that we are in a parallel universe. I think it's fun to think that. Right. Let's go off on a bit of a tangent on this podcast now for the first episode. But I like to think that when you die, you actually go into the universe that you weren't a part of when you were born.
Shit.
How deep is that? That's pretty deep, isn't it?
Really?
That's proper deep, yeah.
Look at that. Everybody wasn't expecting such.
So here's the thing.
Hard words.
Here's the thing. Oh, no. This brings up the question, though. When you die, you could potentially live a better life than you lived in your past life. So you die, right? But you're reborn into this other parallel universe.
Yeah.
Have I just mind fucked everyone there? Is
Yeah.
no
Stop
no,
my brain.
yeah.
Well,
There's no-
here's another one. So Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, mirror, mirror on the wall. That's
Oh,
not the
yeah,
quote.
that's another one I'd seen.
It's
as well.
magic mirror on the wall. I've always remembered it as mirror, mirror on the
I've
wall. Who's
always
the
remembered
whatever
it
of them all?
So I've always remembered it as mirror, mirror.
Yeah.
All right, do you know, okay, I've got one as well. Do you know Curious George? Obviously the monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently he never had a tail.
Yeah, I saw that one. I certainly had a tail.
Yeah, so am I.
My nephew watches Curious George, and I'm 100% positive he's got a tail.
It's
Nope.
crazy.
No, he doesn't.
Or maybe we just assume these things.
True. Yeah, it could also
Well,
just be
yeah.
that. It could also just be that.
Because maybe someone just said it one day and you're like,
No, but
Oh,
it's like, how does everyone
we don't
around the
question
world
it.
assume these things?
I think it's just because it's such an I don't know actually. Maybe like say somebody said to me, Curious George has a tail in the series, I'd be like, all right, because honestly, I wouldn't really give a fuck.
Yeah. But
And
it's
then you just like in your head.
it's the other things like the Febreze. Like, how does everyone just assume it had two E's?
Yeah, that's a whole. This is topic is fucking weird because it's just like a whole new level and everything. Because some things you don't give a fuck about and you just think it's normal, but you find out it's different.
Yeah.
But like with Febreze and everything, that makes people think it's the same name or Maltesers, like you said. That's when it gets creepy.
Yeah, it's only when people bring it up when you go, really? Because you don't really care about it.
Well,
you know,
yeah.
Right, are you? And then all of a sudden, someone will say, "Oh, you know, Darth Vader didn't actually say that."
Yeah.
Oh.
And then you show them, and they go, "Oh, fucking hell, I didn't know that."
Mm.
You know, because I always thought it was Luke. You know, I am your father.
Yeah, but
What do you
even
call-
James L. Jones remembers saying, "Luke, I'm your father."
To his age.
Yeah, it's his age.
Do you want to know a sad fact about me finding out who James L. Jones was?
Yeah, go on.
His episode of The Big Bang Theory.
Jesus Christ.
That shows. That really
I'm not a
shows
Star
your age.
Wars fan.
No, but that does show your age, though. Let's be honest.
Yeah, no. I've seen that. No, I've seen all the not all the classics. Most of the classics, though. I just haven't really seen anything with him in it, except The Lion King. But to be honest, I didn't really give a fuck who was doing his voice.
But that's like people your age who say, "Oh, I didn't know Justin Timberlake was in a boy band before he became Justin Timberlake." And you
Wait,
go,
there's people that don't know that.
That is too
Wait,
ridiculous.
people don't know that.
or that The Rock was a wrestler before he was the biggest movie star.
Oh,
There are so many people who don't know that. And that
There is, to be fair. Some
Is
people.
there?
Yeah, I've spoken to some friends and I just show them like a clip of The Rock fighting, and they're like, "What? He's such a good actor." And to be fair, I'm not gonna go back into the movie thing. He's a great human being, but he's not a great actor. Anyway, going back.
Yeah, you should tell that to his bank account.
Yeah, obviously.
I said, you know, to those people who didn't know The Rock was a wrestler, I say The Rock was more famous in 1999 than he is right now.
He was banging.
Exactly.
With his little fucking was he the one that wore those little fucking black dark glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those nice shirts.
Oh. Right. Anyway, I've got another one now. What do you call Sex and the City? Did you just call it? Is that what you know it as?
Sex and the City.
Some people.
Go on.
Apparently, the thing is called Sex in the City.
It's Sex and the City.
Oh, sorry. Then I must be getting it the other way around. Loads of people presume it's called Sex in the City.
Yeah, it's Sex and the City.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's another one.
I've heard that one as well.
I think that's a lazy one though too, because basically, what you're going to say is you're going to say Sex in the City.
Yeah.
But if you say Sex and the City, no one will correct you and say, you know, it's not Sex and the City, it's Sex in the City.
But so many people used to watch it though. Surely they'd remember the name of one of like the top shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd think so.
Like when I watch one of my shows, I every time I watch the intro, I'm not gonna like forget what my show's called.
Well, yeah.
When you say you watch The Big Bang Theory, right?
Yeah.
do you say, "Oh, I watch Big Bang Theory," or do you say, "I watch The Big Bang Theory," or doesn't it really matter?
I tend to say to somebody when I want to watch, I was like, "Do you want to watch The Big Bang Theory?" I don't think I've called it like sometimes when I'm like just shortening words, I say The Big Bang or whatever. But that's me knowing it's still called The Big Bang Theory or whatever. But I don't think I'd go trying to watch Big Bang Theory, no.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
If Sex and the City was one of my favourite shows, I think as somebody that's watching it, I'd be like, I wouldn't get it wrong, or I wouldn't be confused thinking it's called Sex and the City if I watched every episode and I'm really into the show. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Even though I've not watched the show, I know how crazy people were about the show and how big it was. So surely loads of people who think it's called Sex and the City have watched the show.
Yeah, there's heaps on that too.
Exactly. It's weird. Maybe it's what you're saying. Maybe it's just people being lazy.
Yeah. Maybe it's a lot of those Mandela effects. So maybe it's just people. Obviously, we're all misremembering things. You know.
Yeah, there's fucking loads of them.
Yeah, there's heaps. Like the Febreze one, you could probably say, oh, okay, that's just the way they spelt it at the time to not make it so familiar.
Yeah.
If you get, or the other, Curious George doesn't have a tail.
Right, I've got another one for you.
All right.
Pikachu, yeah?
Yeah, I've seen this one.
What colour colours do you think he has on his tail?
I already know this one, so I'm not going to answer.
No, it's people presume on the end of the tail, yeah, brown, but his full tail or black, whatever. His full tail is just yellow, and I thought it was black. Now that I'm looking.
But here's the thing: I'm pretty sure there are toys where the tail is black.
I can imagine there are some. To be fair, though, have you been to some shops like when you go abroad and they just sell like the worst knockoff toys of whatever? It's crazy. But I do get what you mean. I've seen like proper stores selling Pikachu, and it's got like that brown tail. Like that's crazy. I'm looking at now. See, that's why I don't know if I believe in the theory or not, because it's crazy how like I feel like I've seen that on TV. His brown tail.
I also, now that you mention it, yeah, I also feel like I've seen his brown tail.
It was with Curious George. I used to watch Curious George. I feel like when I look at him on TV, there is a fucking tail there.
Well, I think you just assume there's a tail there, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah.
And then when someone says, "Oh, there's not a tail there," you go, "Well, watch it now because I've got to see if there's a tail there or not." And when it's not there, you go, "Oh, this whole time I thought there was a tail there, and there wasn't."
Jesus. There's one about Mona Lisa. I'm going to read this one out. There are a lot of theories about this one, but so many people have claimed that she has a more obvious smile. People think that she's smiling a lot more than she actually is on the painting.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my god. Right. If you guys look at actually like, if anybody wants to search it, just Google it. Mandela effect about the Mona Lisa smile. You look at the picture you think that you're seeing. It actually legit. I'm looking at the one that's fake, and it actually looks like that's what I thought it was, because she's literally got like a big smile. But the original one, it's just like, it's weird.
She doesn't smile in the original one, though, does she?
It's like
she was infamous for it, wasn't she, for looking so moody?
You're gonna get a live performance. Let me try and do it. She's just like that. She's kind of like that. She's trying to smirk, but.
Oh yeah, and any way you look, she's always looking at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, the thing is though, I went to Paris and went to the Louvre, and I was like really excited to see this theory out there. But I was at a queue that took like 2 hours to get to the front, so I saw like the forehead.
Yeah, the thing is, people go there solely to see the Mona Lisa.
Can you imagine going to Paris excited to see the Mona Lisa and you don't even get to see it?
People go to that museum solely for the Mona Lisa, though. It's weird. Like, go and have a look at some other shit.
I know there's actually a lot of interesting stuff in that museum.
Yeah. It's like, if you're waiting that long, you might as well go see some other stuff while you're there.
I mean, it sounds weird, but like it is just. How do you say it without like trying to be offensive? But it is just it's the most famous painting in the world, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like just a painting.
It is very.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like seeing it in the flesh is probably a great experience. But you see it and then you just move on.
That's what I was about to say. You're gonna see it and you're gonna be like, "Wow, I've seen the Mona Lisa," but like, it's over there, isn't it? What can you say when what possible conversation can you have with your friends if you're not an artist? What are you gonna talk?
Well,
about?
yeah.
Yeah, that's a fair point too. Actually,
The only thing you can say is about the Mandela effect that you thought she was fucking smiling. That's the only thing.
Wait, is there people who think Mona Lisa smiles?
Yeah, well, I didn't think she was like proper like that. I just thought she had a bigger like thingy instead of. I didn't think it was like a proper. She was pissing herself whilst getting a painting done. I just thought she was literally just had a bigger smile than she actually has.
Yeah.
That's why all the songs are like. There's a movie called Mona Lisa Smile.
Is there?
You know what I mean? There's a song called Mona Lisa Smile. Now I know why. Now I know where it all comes from. Because people did think she was smiling. I always thought she was a bit moody.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. I never, like... I don't know why that's a Mandela effect. That's weird.
Is this Julia Roberts in the Mona Lisa smile?
Yeah, and Julia Stiles.
Jesus. Never heard of it.
Wait, 2004. That's the date, isn't it?
2003, mate.
Oh.
I only know because it's on my laptop. I've never even heard of the movie. Didn't get good ratings on Rotten Tomatoes. It got 34.
Jesus.
Oh, that's not...
Right. Let's get back to the conspiracy theories, though.
Yeah.
I do honestly reckon we should have done movies. I'm just putting it out there. I'm not trying to discourage the first podcast, though.
Hey, first
but I was
podcast.
thinking last night.
We'll learn with each other.
Exactly. But I was thinking last night, probably should have done movies first. Honestly. It's fine with doing conspiracies. I love conspiracies. But I really thought we should have eased our way into it.
Yeah. We went for a harder thing.
Exactly.
We could have a conspiracy podcast.
Yeah, do you want to do yours, Joe?
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll roll up my sleeves for this one as well. About to get heavy. Right. Well, I'll pose the question to you guys first then.
Okay.
Because mine's about Area 51.
Cool.
What do you think Area 51 is used for?
I know what the theory is, and I don't know if I do believe it.
I don't. All right, Joyce. All right, I think I'm not going to go and say there's aliens in there. That's not what I believe 100%. But I believe that they're doing like nuclear weapons, whatever. They're testing something or doing tests, blah blah blah, that they don't want the public to see about.
Yeah, it's definitely not what they're saying it is, because
I don't think it's aliens.
It's just meant to be like fucking fighter jets and shit, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't.
Whatever.
I don't think it's aliens personally. Loads of people do, and I've seen loads of videos, but personally, I don't. But Jack, what do you believe?
Well, here's the thing. What a great segue. Well, it is used for military personnel. Do you know what I mean? Like it's used for. I need to find it in my notes here.
Wait, sorry. Before you get there, I didn't want to sound stupid. What I meant by them using like weapons, I meant like advanced weapons that haven't come out or whatever, or that people don't know of. That's what I meant. I don't mean like they're making pistols in there.
little ARs.
Oh no, it's made for top secret aircraft for the military.
Yeah,
is the official standing on it, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah,
like that's why they made it, or something like that. So the official meaning of Area 51 is for top secret military aircraft. Don't know why it's secret.
See, I knew it was military stuff, but I just didn't know that it was that type of secret.
Well, bottom line, I reckon it's for aliens and intelligent life. I reckon. Right, this is how crazy I am. Okay, so this is. I've believed this ever since I was a kid. I reckon the government contacts alien life to give them details on human life for when the alien invasion of this Earth happens.
Jesus. You were thinking of that as a kid?
Your face then. I watched so much X-Files as a kid. That's probably why I think that.
End of the day, I'm not ever saying I don't believe anything that you're saying. I'm always 50-50 in alien shit. So go on. Whatever you're saying, don't think I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah, true. And I think Bob Lazar is one of the guys who got sent to work on alien aircraft. So he said. You've heard of Bob Lazar, haven't you?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He got sent to work on alien aircrafts. And he said, now quote me if I'm wrong, but he said he's seen an alien interrogation.
I've heard something about that.
Didn't
Yeah.
hear that, but yeah, I believe you.
But
So-
I don't understand that in a way. Because if they're going to contact aliens, right? If the government's going to contact aliens and the aliens come down and they interrogate them, wouldn't you just assume the aliens are powerful enough to not be interrogated?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I'm a bit if with what's actually in Area 51 because I feel like they wouldn't like because people say they get like captured by the government or whatever, and then they get like tortured and they do experiments. But I feel like if they had the abilities to come onto Earth, they wouldn't be easily captured. You know what I mean? I feel like they'd probably fuck us up if they came on Earth and just destroy us.
Well, yeah, you could do a big alien invasion, and there's nothing we could do about
That's
it.
what I mean.
How do we know how to stop an alien?
No, we don't know how to stop a virus, mate. Never mind an alien.
Exactly. We get told to stay
Or
indoors.
do we know how to stop it? But we just don't.
Oh, fuck that.
But the scariest thing I would say is not a lot of people. Let me rephrase that. There are people who think Area 51 is for aliens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They also think it's used for time travel and teleportation. Now, that's a whole different other story than Area 51 being for aliens.
Yeah.
Like, people think in Area 51 they're making stuff for time travel.
Jeez.
Right?
See, I believe that more than the aliens, if I'm honest with you.
So you
Yeah.
believe that more than the aliens?
I do.
Yeah, I do.
I do. I feel like there is enough technology to be doing that type of shit. But we just don't know about
Not
it.
time travel. Definitely not time travel.
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't mean time travel, but I mean like I don't know, but with aliens, I'm gonna carry on. Why I'm gonna just say it again. I think if aliens came on Earth, none of us would be speaking right now because we would all be fucking dead or kidnapped or they're fucking bitches. I honestly just don't think we'd have any resources to be able to fight with them. And I feel like I believe in anything else with Area 51 instead of aliens, if I'm honest with you. But I do believe in aliens, of course. I believe that there's life out of this Earth. I just don't believe that they're in Area 51.
What do you think, Callum?
I definitely think maybe it could be used to research like shit that's fallen from space or whatever. Like, but I don't think there's an actual alien or aliens in Area 51.
You don't believe there's aliens in Area 51?
No. I believe they could be doing research about aliens, maybe.
But that's
Like
the
maybe
thing, though,
research they've gathered, but
we've got an image though of what we actually think aliens are or look like. But end of the day, we don't know what they could look like. They could be like a weak thing that comes from like some planet we don't know. Because like my theory was on that they would be strong and have the power to kill us all. But the thing is, we don't know what they look like.
yeah, but at the end of the day, it's like your dog could be a fucking alien. They just came in millions of years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Like, we could be aliens who came here millions of years ago. Like, that's probably a bunch of bullshit. You know, everyone knows about evolution, but
it's yeah.
Yeah, but
I've
always joked that we're the aliens.
Mm.
But it's only a joke. Like, you don't have to agree with me because that's really far-fetched. Quite kind of outrageous to say. Like, that makes me think that I'm crazy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's the thing though. Like, are you crazy? Because do we know exactly everything from the start of the Earth, or are we just being told what happened at the start of the Earth?
I feel like there's enough research for.
I feel like we'll get. I don't know. obviously I know. I just don't know about humans on. So there's like proof of the first humans that was on Earth.
Adam and Eve, yeah, that's proof, isn't it?
There's no proof. There's no
No.
proof. I don't think.
Adam and Eve weren't
That's a
real.
religious thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the Bible.
Well, I don't. Well, if you're not religious.
Yeah, but
Personally, I don't believe in like anything that comes out of the Bible. Not to offend any religious people. It's just my view.
I don't.
So that's what I mean. Obviously, I'm not saying your theory about us being the aliens is right. I'm just saying it's not a stupid theory.
okay.
That's what I'm saying.
I really lost track of where that conversation wanted to go.
I'm just trying to say that we don't know everything about the start of how it was like. We know how the Earth was created. We just don't know how humans were created on Earth.
But it was evolution, wasn't it? Like that's pretty much the go-to theory for it.
Yeah, theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's more believable than fucking creationism.
No, that's what I'm saying. I believe more of evolution, but I'm just saying Jack's theory. People could understand where he's coming from as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I honestly really lost track then. Like I was speaking, and then all of a sudden it was like, whoa, okay. Yeah, let's get into it now. So also, a lot of people think Area 51 is for weather control. Now, is that as far-fetched as saying time travel and teleportation?
No.
I don't know. I don't know, because that is a bit of a mad one as well, though.
Yeah, because we've had it with HARP, the organisation HARP, who was supposed to who have these antennas and shoot electricity or whatever into the air, which causes change in the weather. But no one's ever mentioned it. This is the first time. The first time I heard of it was when I was researching more on Area 51. I'd never heard of it before. Like people think it's made for weather control.
Yeah. Then again, it's another theory, but you never know.
But then how is changing the weather useful?
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I didn't know you were going to do that. How is changing the weather useful?
What advantages could you get from that?
Yeah, what advantages could you get from
I guess
teleportation? If you really think about it, that might be a stupid question. But if you think about it, if you can teleport anywhere, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be great.
Yeah, it'd be fantastic. You could do so much. You could do all the things you ever want to do in life. You probably do with teleportation.
Yeah.
You could be like, I want to go to see this show, or whatever.
Go to any country you want, mate.
Yeah, go to another country. Go inside someone's house. And that sounds a bit creepy, but let's be real. Let's be real. People would do it.
Oh, I know. There'd be a lot more crime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People would do it.
Yeah. Go on, carry on with you.
So basically, what is it about the weather control? Like, who does that benefit? You're right. I wouldn't have a clue. I mean, if you want to make it rain one day, and you've got the technology to do it, would you do it?
I suppose a way it could be useful is, say, the bushfires in Australia, that could be stopped. So I guess you could say that's how it's useful.
I mean, weather's useful for farmers and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but
I don't see. No, I'm just saying we're trying to see what's useful. I'm not saying the government doing weather control to help out farmers. I'm just saying another thing that weather's useful. But I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't really see the whole point of weather control. Like, why they fully focus on it at Area 51.
Now, if there is aliens in Area 51, there's been talk, I don't know if you've seen it on the internet, but there was videos, I don't know how, of alien autopsies, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think, if there was alien autopsies, what do you think the government would want with an alien autopsy? Because they would never show it to the world. That's the thing. if you've got an alien autopsy, they're never going to show it to people because that
No.
would mean that officially the government is telling us that there's aliens, that aliens are real. So they're never going to tell us, oh, we've just done an autopsy on an alien.
I don't know. They could.
It could see how they work, see if they work
Yeah.
the same as humans, with hearts, liver, lungs, stuff like that, brains.
See what they're made out of, basically.
Yeah.
Do you reckon
Yeah.
they'd experiment on them?
Yeah. If we were to get an alien, we would experiment the shit out of it.
I mean, personally, I'd try and find a way to get rich out of it. If I was the first human to find an alien, I'd probably get shot by the government or something.
Yeah, well, the Men in Black, not talking about Tommy Lee Jones or Will Smith, I'm talking about the actual Men in Black, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Apparently, have you seen the video of the two guys who walk into the bank?
No.
After there's a woman there that claims she saw a spaceship, and she went to the news about it or something like that. Said, I've just seen a UFO. So these two people come in to this bank, dressed Men in Black, hats, everything like that. They walk in, but you never see a close-up of their face. But she said they had alien-like features, right? So they had no eyebrows, their eyes were massive, and they had the tiny nose.
Right.
So maybe, just maybe, they might, just say the government do have contact with aliens, maybe they have them here on Earth to warn people about aliens. Because they're aliens themselves.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's far-fetched, but
I mean, at the end of the day,
you just don't know. You don't know what could be what.
at the end of the day, who's to say she wasn't just schizophrenic?
Well, yeah, who's to say that? Yeah, no, you're right. Exactly.
That's what they'll make you believe 100%.
Well, yeah.
And aliens can get into your mind, so they can talk to you through your own voice.
Mm.
So sometimes I think that aliens don't actually contact with you; they get inside your head, and you're talking to them through their brain.
Jesus.
You know what I mean? So there's no word spoken. It's just all in the mind.
Mm.
Mm.
No, yeah. It's like when you tell me this, I'm like, but then
When you think about it,
I'm just there. Like you don't know if it's actually a possibility. You just don't. You can't say 100% you're wrong. That's what I mean.
No, exactly. It's like the other day we were talking. And I was like, can you believe in aliens and not believe in ghosts? And I said, you can't. You have to believe in both.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So, but if you believe in aliens, I think you have to believe. You have to believe everything about the aliens. Do you know what I mean? Like you have to believe that they're the most intelligent life form out there. You have to believe that they communicate through mind.
I don't get people though. Like you have to at least think a little bit that there's aliens. Come on, have you seen how massive the universe is?
Yeah.
We can't possibly think that we're the only life form here around.
No, definitely.
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say that too. Like
exactly. That's why I don't get. Sometimes people say, "Oh no, 100% don't agree." You always have to have a little bit there, like saying. There is a possibility. There's not a possibility, in my opinion. I think it's 100% true that there is in the universe more life forms than those. Obviously, in Mars you've got the fucking things, but I mean like actual, whatever the fuck you call us, humans, I guess, but they wouldn't be called humans.
True. I think because the universe is so big, you have to believe that we can't be the only ones out there.
Exactly.
I don't think we're alone.
No, we can't be.
The truth is out there, as they say.
The truth is out there.
The truth is out there. Yeah, that's what I think. But I don't know. It's a strange one.
Yeah.
So, anyone else got anything to add to the conversation?
Not really, no.
It's just crazy theories, but How long have we done this video for, guys?
Nearly an hour now.
Should we leave it at there for another podcast then?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can do.
Because we need
Yeah.
to leave them. What do you call it? More theories for the next podcast, so we won't have anything.
Well, yeah.
Oh shit, yeah, true.
Before we end, we're planning in the future to maybe sometimes have extra people to join our podcast, and hopefully, when we're out of quarantine, we can actually be together and record podcasts.
Yeah,
So-
I had the idea of a rotating fourth every once in a while.
Yeah.
Like a different guest every time.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And like, obviously, with the topic that we're gonna do, we're gonna try and find like the perfect guest that can talk a lot about that topic. Say, I invite a friend, and obviously, we're probably not gonna do one about football. Or say I'm just using an example. Say we talk about football. What the hell, actually? If we talk about football and he can't join in the conversation.
Yeah,
what's
I'll
the point
just
of
leave.
What's the point of having that guest? You know what I mean? We need a guest that we think would be great for that podcast.
Yeah, it's like I've had a few people saying they'd come on and talk about shit.
Yeah.
Have you already had people say they want to come on?
Yeah.
So if you want to, guys, drop us a message.
Have you had people say they want to come on yet?
I've had a few, yeah.
What? Who?
To be fair, wait. I don't know if they want me to name them yet. I can't name them.
Yeah, I'm not naming.
I'll tell you when we stop recording, but I don't know if I can now. So, guys, right, that was it then. And then we hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, and we'll be back. What? We're not obsessed with subscribers, but it'd be nice if we got some, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah.
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
We want to talk.
I subscribe.
Exactly. We want to talk with people. We want them to listen to us, and we'll hopefully get to speak to them on our podcast if they want to join.
Yeah. Also, if we get negative comments, that's fine too.
Yeah.
'Cause
Just don't
you have
hate
to
on me.
expect-
Hate on them too.
Listen, I'll take all the abuse because I feel like all the abuse would come towards me anyway.
I feel it'll come to me after the comment I've just made.
Oh, yeah, that's true as well.
Yeah.
See,
Right.
way more worse than I will.
Yeah.
They'll probably won't get it, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Right,
I'll
follow
just
our
like everything.
Twitter. It's in the description. We'll see you later.